Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about the 9th anniversary Select Characters Dokkan Festival, aka the Redstone. You guys can see here, recruit Dokkan Awakened characters with the Select Character Dragonstone 4. So when we're looking at the description of this whole thing, a total of 35 characters are going to be available at the Baba Shop. And we are going to be able to use the Redstone to obtain a lineup or select character of your preference. Now, with this, I want to go through each of the characters on the list and kind of make the case for and against them. And then ultimately the choice is going to be up to you. And then I will give my recommendations, right? So if you want to get, I guess technically like the biggest value with the Redstone, what you'd want to do is pick up one of these lineups right here, because this is going to be giving you 3 characters, as you can see here. You can go with the Movie Heroes version or the Movie Bosses version. Now, the case for the Movie Heroes version is you get Jocko, who's very good for Super Battle Road, and then God Goku, who is extremely valuable against Pure Saiyans, or Movie Bosses, as they are going to have 77% damage reduction against those types of enemies. So if you need immediate impact right now for difficult content, then this God Goku is a fine choice. God Vegeta is a little bit mid, but Jocko also has utility for Super Battle Road. That's the case for it. The case against it is these are likely characters that are not going to be getting super easy A's, and super easy A's are kind of the biggest factor at the moment to me with these Redstones, right? Because there are going to be a lot of characters on this list that we are about to look at where you can invest into them for the future, and you're going to be able to get their super easy A, and you'll be able to get them a little bit easier, because typically these are Dokkan festivals that are not really on banners anymore because they are just so old, right? So keep that in mind. The case for the Movie Bosses team, or the Movie Heroes lineup, is you get God Goku, and then the case against it is there is a chance that they do not super easy A. Now, looking at the Movie Bosses one, the only reason you'd want to pick this one up, in my opinion, is going to be Golden Frieza with his damage reduction, but I would highly recommend you do not do this, because you can, a lot of the times, because Frieza has a leader skill that promotes the nuking playstyle, where you get attack per key sphere obtained. This is how you get characters to put up like those insano 100 million attack stats and whatnot. That is what this Golden Frieza's leader skill does. So a lot of the times what they'll do is ban this character from events, even though you really wouldn't run this character anyway as a leader. They just they don't let you use him in the event to make sure that you cannot nuke it. So that is why this character is, I would recommend against this. And the overall arching thing with this is you can pull these characters on literally any multi. So I recommend that you do not pick up these bundles, right? I know that they're trying to get you with the 3-for-1, but I promise you there's better options on this list. So just wanted to get that out of the way to start. Let's go ahead and get down to the meat and the potatoes, right? Now, Physical VB, he's on the thumbnail, but I recommend right now that you do not pick up this character unless you are investing in the Super Easy A. And spoiler alert, that is going to be the case for a lot of these characters on the list. If you believe that their Super Easy A is going to be insane and you have no pressing needs for units right now, then that is going to be like ultimately what you should do. Physical Vegito Blue, especially if you're a newer player, has value right now. He's a super class leader if you are running 5 types. Very nice, and also can just kind of fit in on a couple teams. Like the superhero team, which is what you guys will mostly be using your regular Dragonstones for during this celebration. He can fit on there, not in endgame difficult content, but as like a fill-in if you really have no other options. And you are not in the position where you're going into Supreme Battle Spectacle and Red Zone and all that. I think that this character can fit in nicely for Dokkan events, for like quest mode and stuff like that if you haven't finished it yet. He's going to be a character that's doing a lot of additionals, he's going to be doing counters, and he's going to help you clear content that you might need to get through. The case against him, his Super Easy A is probably not anytime soon, and you would be investing to this guy in the future. And just right now, I think if you are looking for more immediate kind of impact, there are better options, right? And that is going to be the same case for AGL Rosé. Again, this is a fun character. I know a lot of people like Goku Black. This is a very popular choice. I wouldn't blame you for picking this character, but I think that there are better options down the line, and investing in this guy's Super Easy A, you are going to be waiting a while, so I would not recommend that you pick up Rosé with this stone. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, probably going to be really good Super Easy A's. We'll cover these two at the same time. Goku and Vegeta obviously are going to fit in on the GT Heroes team, the giant, the Great Ape, Giant Ape Power, I believe is what the category is called. GT Heroes, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, stuff like that. Going to fit in nicely. 2 very solid Super Easy A candidates. They're going to be pretty hype. But these are characters, again, if you are going to be someone who summons on the Tanabata banner, which I don't recommend, I believe they are featured on that, so keep that in mind. I know a banner that's got UI Goku, Beast Gohan, Broly, all them on it. It's going to be pretty tempting, so there's a good chance that you pull this character at some point. They'll find a way to sneak them on banners, and I wouldn't recommend that you pick up these characters right now. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, movie heroes, other world warriors, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Could fit nicely on a team, and his Super Easy A could have some potential, especially in content where you can debuff. I know this guy was pretty useful for Super Saiyan 3 Extreme Super Battle Road at one point, so could be a decent character for you, but again, I wouldn't really recommend this character right here. Again, the case for him is you are investing, and that is going to be the same thing for the whole row. We can kind of move. I realize that we got a ways to go if we're going to do 30 characters here. This row characters in the middle here, Super 17 has some utility with damage, or with like defense, especially in like mid difficult content, right? Like early red zone stages and stuff like that. But 9th anniversary really just doesn't make the cut. He would be who I recommend from this row if you're going to pick one of these, or Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is okay. Super Saiyan 3 Broly is going to be the first bad Super Easy A in my opinion. Something tells me they're still going to keep the losing defense on orbs, and wouldn't recommend him. So if you are going to pick a character from this row right here, let's do Super 17. That's who I'd recommend that you pick up, or Int Super Gogeta, just because you like Gogeta. I guess that is a case as well. Looking at this next row down here, I think AGL Vegito has some potential if they can allow him to tank supers, but I doubt they will. And then also Extreme Physical Cooler could be something interesting because his EZA had a decent skeleton with the way that he built up and stuff like that. But again, you were just investing, right? How many times can I say that in this video? STR Janemba, I would say it's interesting because the Int Janemba is going to Super EZA sooner. So you're probably better off just not taking this STR Janemba here. So if you're going to pick someone from this row, I'd say it's Vegito, but you could also go with Cooler. I think that would make a lot of sense as well. Now, we are moving to an interesting portion here because we actually have a Super EZA on this one. So if you want immediate impact and you're going to pick someone from this row, I recommend that you take Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. He can fit in on the Majin Buu Saga team, the Special Pose team, Hybrid Saiyans, Youth. This is a character that's going to fit in just fine over there, especially if you're using him alongside Int Gotenks. This is going to be a really good character for you. This is going to be immediate impact because you can do the Super EZA today. You can go ahead and get him up to where he needs to be, assuming you have the proper box to do it and you can actually beat the event. You're going to be able to do that today. So immediate impact, I recommend that you take Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks right here. And if you want to pick somebody else that you want for a hype easy Super EZA, Kaioken Blue Goku could probably be cool, just God Key or Realm of Gods and all that fun stuff. And then Broly is obviously Broly, and I would completely understand if you wanted to pick him up. Omega Shenron would work well on the GT Bosses team, but that's not really a team even now. It can work, the GT Bosses team works in the Cell Max event, but that is extremely niche because he can just be debuffed after a certain threshold. So keep that in mind. Buhan, I guess you could also throw in there because of the the Majin Power team is really good right now, and his Super EZA would have to be pretty damn good for him to make the cut, because it's just there's a lot of good options on that. And one thing these slick, sly, sniveling, suffering succotashes over at Global, what's it called? They took Physical Kid Buu off of this. I don't know why. Physical Kid Buu, they're like, oh, here's a really good Super EZA, let's get rid of it. So, Global shenanigans, excuse me, as always. But let's go ahead and finish this up. So this next row, we've got STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think is the Super EZA you want to invest in if you don't want the immediate impact, because he's going to have 80% damage reduction for 10 turns. That's not going anywhere, so obviously it's going to be a good Super EZA. And then Physical Goku Black is phenomenal on the Superheroes team. So if you're going to pick someone from this row, I would say that you should go with Physical Goku Black at number 1, STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta at number 2, and then if you're going to take someone at number 3 for an investment, it would be either Golden Frieza or Gogeta. I'd say probably Golden Frieza because his skeleton does have that damage reduction, so that is probably going to be the better choice. Now, last row, pretty simple, cut and dry. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We'll make that one easy, right? don't pick up these either ones. This is a Super EZA that you can do today and stuff like that. And if you're somebody, for some reason that you're watching this video, you have all these characters rainbowed, just take the Kais and move on with your day. So there we have it. My top choices, I would say, if you're going to pick somebody up with this, is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Physical Goku Black, And then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, like if you want a character that's going to help you the most right now, I think Physical Goku Black's at number 1, Goku's at number 2, and then Gotenks is at number 3. But if you want to invest in some of these fun, super easy A's potentially that you'd want to use, I also would not blame you, but just keep in mind it is going to be a little bit of a waiting game for them. So there you have it. The Redstone, all of these different options. Again, you can't really go wrong with these except if you pick like Pycon or Boo, right? Those are really like the only characters where it's like, yeah, no way. Because otherwise you can cope that the Super Easy 8 will be good. So let me know down below what you guys plan on doing with your Redstone, and let me know who you've already chose or if you're going to be waiting for a Super Easy A. If you did enjoy today's video, thank you guys very much. Leave a like if you did enjoy it and subscribe if you are new, and then I'll see you guys all in the next one.